Good afternoon, friends, followers, channel members. Welcome to a very wet Leipzig. So, the Phoenix aircraft obviously getting so much love at the moment, and quite rightly too, but I thought we would check out a different aircraft. Yeah, so the IniBuilds A300-600F, the cargo aircraft, had a update, I think it was a couple of weeks ago now, and I've been wanting to check this out for a while, not had a chance, and I thought this afternoon I got the perfect opportunity to take it out on another real world flight, Leipzig to Cargo. I saw someone in the chat earlier said didn't realise that, was that you, Mads? Didn't know that Heathrow had cargo. Yeah, it does. I think it's the, is it the biggest one in the UK, or is that the is that East Midlands? It might be second after East Midlands. But yeah, they do indeed have cargo operations, and yeah, this is one of them. World Express 2212, and even as I say that, I've just realised the overhead banner is completely bugged. No idea why it's not showing the correct aircraft. Must be something wrong with the config model or something. But let me just update everything else, and then we'll get going. Now, I've quickly just jumped into the flight deck of this as I was setting the stream up, and suddenly realised, oh my god, I can't remember how to fly it. So, for anyone who's familiar with the A300, then for God's sakes, don't go anywhere. Stay here. I'll probably need you in a little bit. Yes, it's Airbus. It's fine. But just the actual setting up and things, I'm sure I'm going to forget something. So we are definitely not operating today under the vise of a real world operations kind of flight, because I'm pretty certain nothing I do today will be as done in the real world. But yeah, this is our flight today, and hopefully the weather in Heathrow is going to be it's going to be a lot nicer than what we've got here. So, welcome to those of you who are joining us on a nice afternoon stream. I like it. People working from home, able to join us for a couple of hours this afternoon. Hey, Clever Trevor, Barnox is here as well. Clever's got his checklist in his hand. Fantastic. Hey, J-Hug, and welcome to everyone else on board as well. And if you're watching on Twitch, shout out to you guys as well. It's also nice to be able to check out the IniBuilds aircraft. As announced recently, we have the channel has recently partnered with IniBuilds, and so yeah, you can now support the channel by purchasing all your favourite IniBuilds scenery, and of course this aircraft as well, by using the link pinned at the top in the chat, or you can check out the video description as well. Every time you purchase through that, of course, you support the channel and you get yourself some awesome scenery, or potentially a new aircraft. We are also flying to IniBuilds London Heathrow as well, which looks fantastic, and it's a great excuse for me to fly to Heathrow, because obviously normally flying EasyJet stuff, we don't get to enjoy London Heathrow so much. So I'm just doing a quick check to see if we've got any air traffic control around. We don't at the moment. Might have some in London when we get a bit closer there. Right, well, before we go any further, let's just do our usual stuff. So what we've got nearly 49 tons payload. We're underloaded by 3.5 tons. Look at that takeoff weight, 138 tons. Cost index of 15. Look, East Midlands is our alternate today. DHL have a massive hub there at East Midlands, so that would make sense. 34,000 feet is the plan. A nice tailwind as well. Departing 08 right, that's good. It's the closest runway to us, and then 27 left into Heathrow. Hey, Mark, good to see you. Plug fuel is 12.6. I think we're going to take a little bit more than that, particularly if something goes wrong, i.e. the pilot forgets what he's doing, and we need to just perhaps maybe hold somewhere and sort some stuff out. But yeah, the flight itself, there's no terrain issues today. What we've got weather-wise, then actually that all looks okay, so if all goes wrong I should still be able to fly it like a Cessna coming into Heathrow, because the minimums are high enough. Let's just have a look at the forecast then for Heathrow. What's the date today? It's the 5th. So winds 310 at 5. Oh, they're nice and light. That's good. Let's hope it stays like that. Winds potentially getting up to 10 knots, but that's alright. Showers of rain, visibility dropping down. Well, there's only a slight chance of that happening as well. So, yeah, all in all, Heathrow should be fine. No wind at all, really. East Midlands, variable 2 knots, so that's fine. Stansted is another alternate. Birmingham is one of the other alternates, so that's all cool. Yeah, there you can see what's happening there in Leipzig. Light rain, mist, few clouds, 600 feet. Technically, that is still Cat 1, so we're not in LVPs here, which is interesting. What's that? That's Leipzig. We're not going to worry too much about the NOTAMs for this flight. Although ILS 265 on test don't use. That's interesting. We'll run the 08 runway configuration today, so that's all right. Last thing to check, that's our flight route. That looks pretty straightforward, doesn't it? Any weather to worry about? No. So actually, once we get above the clouds here in Leipzig, it should be a pretty straightforward flight. Right, what fuel we're going to take it to take today then? Let's take. Yeah, we're going to take. All right, let's take 15 tons then. We'll take 15 tons of fuel. Keep that nice and straightforward. Right, let's jump on board. Oh, what's binging at me? Oh, it's just telling me the cabin's not closed. I know it's not closed. They're loading things. Right, so I need to just put these loads in from the operational flight plan. I thought you could. I thought it brought these in itself, but maybe I've got that wrong. So passengers 4, yeah, that's the crew obviously. Cargo, what we're taking? 45. Oh, have I loaded the wrong aircraft? I bet I've loaded the wrong aircraft. Have I loaded? I might have loaded the passenger variant. Oh, that's a pain. Oh, that's a real pain. Alright, well, I'll tell you what then. We're just going to have to forget that. Which aircraft have I got? Am I in the A300 or am I in the A310? Have I loaded into the long aircraft? That'd be a real pain if I have. I have. I've loaded the A310. Oh, what a numpty. Alright, guys, bear with me. Oh, can't fly the wrong aircraft. Nothing's going to work. At least this is pretty quick to load. Sorry about this, guys. Whoops. Because obviously we've got the A310 and we've got the A300, haven't we? We want the A300, not the A310. I'm looking at that thinking, I'm pretty certain the FB was better than that recently. Clearly it happens. Am I not the first person to make that mistake then? Particularly as we got the same logo as well. Right, come on. J-Hug says too much beer at the weekend. Yeah, I wish. I'm working away at the moment every single weekend. Right, not that one. I would like this one, please. With a nice DHL logo. There we go. Right, let's try again, shall we? Reza, I'm excited for the IniBuilds A320 Neo on March 26th. Yeah, Reza, I've seen that that is going to be coming out. It will be interesting to see how that compares. Hey, Lemon Wolf, good to see you. How it compares, obviously, we've got the amazing fly-by-wire. We've also got a Light and VFR version of the A320. How many versions of the A320 do we actually have for Microsoft Flight Simulator at the moment? There's loads. If you discount the Neo and the CEO variant, then we've got what we've got? We've got the default 320 Neo. We've got a Phoenix 320, we've got the Fly-by-Wire 320 Neo, we've got the Latin VFR 320, I think we've got a Latin VFR 320 Neo, I might have made that up. I mean, I think I'm up to 6 already, and then when IniBuilds brings one out, that's going to be 7? Oh, Feral will be spawning on the runway. Oh, why can't they fix that bug? Ugh. Yeah, been caught out by that far too many times. Clever makes a good point as well. The Neo that IniBuilds are bringing out is basically going to be usable on the Xbox, so that's going to be great for everyone who obviously flies on console. Oh, I'm going to have to restart this because it's going to spawn me on the runway and I don't want that. We're not connected to VATSIM still, are we? No, good. Because we were flying on VATSIM. It's going to take a while to load this as well, isn't it? Because it's the first time I've flown it since the update. We really need to get out of here ASAP. I've got something with the kids later on this afternoon. Flight time is meant to be 1 hour 16 minutes. We might have to push that. Hoochmania, ever had a bug on Takeoff with the Phoenix Block 2 where the autopilot won't turn on? Yeah, there is a bit of a known issue at the moment with the autopilot and the Phoenix. It's a bit temperamental. You have to give it some love. The first thing to do is make sure you don't over-rotate so none of the alpha protections have kicked in. If none of the alpha protections have kicked in, then give your side stick a wiggle, give your ruggers a wiggle, and then try and re-engage it. Hey Captain, you got a 4060-32 RAM, Intel i5, flying payware scenery, you get terrible performance. Have you cleared your rolling cache? That's the first thing that you definitely need to do. J-Hug, you've had white screens the other night. It took you 2 hours to fix it. Yeah, so again, hooking it with the Phoenix aircraft. Display sync in the new Phoenix app is causing a bit of an issue as well from what I understand. Captain, best thing I can recommend you do is if you go onto the channel, and there is a performance sort of fixing. I forgot what it's called. I don't know if any of the mods are in that be able to type that in. But yeah, there is a video on my channel which will help you fix that. Here we go, my beautiful aircraft starting up in the wrong place. Oh my god, that's loud. Oh, yeah, that's what I expected to see. I'm now going to have to exit, start the gate. Captain gave it your hope PMDG make an A320. Can you imagine if they did? I'm pretty certain the guys in the marketing department at PMDG are not going to sit around the drawing board and say, right, what we need is another A320 Microsoft Flight Simulator, because there just isn't enough. Right, can we load at the right gate now, please? Yardi, why not just teleport using GSX? I keep forgetting, Yardi, that I can actually do that. Yeah, Mark's just said exactly the same thing. Hopefully it's loaded once. It shouldn't take that long to load. We're going into the same place. Hoochmania says the rudder tricks work. Thank you. You're more than welcome. Lemon, do I have any settings changed in the NVIDIA control panel for the simulator? I don't. It's all default. Or maybe using GSX to teleport might have been the faster option. Right, we're going to get in, we're going to get set up, we're going to get out of here. I could have been airborne in the next half an hour. Let's put this time to good use then. We've been through the operational flight plan. We know what we're doing with that. Let's have a look at the charts. Where we're going. So we're going to be standing 435. So we'll push facing north. Taxi all the way to the end. 08 right. And then on departure. First turns to the left. Noise abatement to departure. And speed constraint there of 210 knots. Oh no, that's for a different departure. Right, in that case, no speed constraint. MSA is 2,800 feet. Initial climb is going to be flight level 70. Transition altitude 5,000. So, right, shall we try again? Request boarding. Ah, SimBrief's okay as well. Right, come on then. Let's work, shall we? Please. I think the throttle calibration should hopefully still be all okay. I'm going to have to check that. Right. Set toga. So, okay, let's start calibration. Set max reverse. That is down there. Set idle. Reverse. That's there. Idle. Toga. Done. Alright, so hopefully that should that should work okay. Right, my flight, import from SimBrief, that's done. Can we just get this thing on? How do we get this thing set up? Is there a quick start rather than having to? Aircraft maintenance? No, I don't want to do any of those. Oh, there we go, panel states, that's what I was looking for. Let's get it... Do you know what, let's get it on APU. Let's just get APU good and running. Confirm your panel state. Yes, sir. Oh, that's loud. Turn that down a little bit. God, that is really loud. Is it always that loud? Right, get external power on as well, because it just takes a bit of a load off the APU. Is that really loud on stream? That is really loud in my ears. Right, doors are open, that's fine. Ideas on nav. They're all good. Nav logo lights, yeah, let's get those on. APU is available, so that's fine. Just don't have to turn that down, that is really loud. Right, just check flaps, spoilers, parking brake, yeah, they're all fine. Good. Right, let's get this set up. Get rid of that. Right, so let's bring the operational flight plan up and get this loaded in. We are doing cost index of 15. Flight ID is Delta Hotel Kilo 2212. Oh, clear the scratch pad. Cruise winds are already in. Temperature, yeah, we'll leave that, that's fine. Departing 08 right, Penham 1 Echo. And then at Heathrow, Logan 2 Hotel. 427 left. Ooh, where's that coming via? Lambourne. Alright, that should now sort itself out and populate. That's fine. We don't have a RadNav page like we do in the 320. We should have an init-B page though, so let's just have a look at the loading of this. There we are, and I just wanted to increase the fuel to 15 tons, didn't I? And apply that load to aircraft. There we go. Hey, Willie. Good to see you. Good, so that's all been done. Seriously, these fans, these are doing my nutting. So loud. Right, we'll sort out the rest of this later. Have we aligned the ideas? They should be done, shouldn't they? Nav, 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 they're in align mode. Well, they need to hurry up because they can take forever, can't they? Right, so our block fuel is going to be 15.0. Our zero fuel weight is 126.5. Fuel for the alternate is 2.5 tons. Oh, why can't I update that? It's a bit strange. Zero fuel weight CFG is what? $30.8 or 30.7. Can I not update the alternate fuel? Oh no, it won't let me do that. Fuel on board, there we go. We can see that is currently getting filled up. The tanks are being filled. GPS primer is lost, so have I got fast alignment turned on? Is that going to be in settings? Oh yeah, can we do it? Can we do it instantly? Well, that. There we go. Save a bit of time. That's better. It does say GPS primary loss though. Why haven't I got my GPS working? Let's try and get everything else sorted on the overhead then. So that needs to be on, 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 that needs to be on. That's these sorted. Constraints on. Our initial climb is flight level 70. We'll do our takeoff performance calculations in a moment as well. Batteries are on, external power is on, APU's up and running. No white lights up here, so that's fine. Why is this still in align mode? Yeah, MES number, I was just about to do the same thing, so let's just try that again. And just pop that to off, and off, on, off, on. See if that's done anything. No, I've still got GPS primer lost. Oh, hang on, align IRS. Ah, there we go, done. And we do need to select it to heading and STS, don't we? That bit of a pain just trying to actually get where I need to go on the overhead. To be fair, I don't think you need to change that there, do you? No, that's fine. Leave that where it is. Hey, Elliot. Good afternoon. Okay, nav accuracy's been upgraded. Fantastic. Clear the scratch pad. Right, let's do our takeoff performance calculations then. Now the flight plans are all sorted. Performance. So, sync the conditions. Surface is absolutely not dry, it is wet. Takeoff runway available. Ooh, could we do a slightly shorter takeoff? That might save a bit of taxi time, wouldn't it? Which would be useful. If we could depart via Sierra 3 or Sierra 4, let me have a look, see what information's available. Uh, 08, right. Sierra 4, well that might not work for us. Sierra 3 would work, 2450. Can we update that? 2450. Yeah. Flaps 15, air conditioner on, anti-ice will be on. Don't need to force toga. Let's calculate that. And we've got 46. Is there a button to just transfer all this over to the box? I don't think there is there? It's showing no flex, so it's just going to be full takeoff power. 131, 131, 146. 131, 131, 146. Oh, it gets that from the FCU, doesn't it? Oh, why have they gone off? And 146. That's fine. Thrust structure acceleration value, I'm going to leave that. It's all done. I'm aware there are a few questions in the chat, guys. Once I've got airborne, I'm happy to answer all of those. Let's just crack on with getting out of here first of all. Yeah, so that's done. That's done. We're not doing takeoff shift. Don't need to do that. We've got GPS, so it's fine. Hey, Dave Butler. Good to see you. So I think we're happy with all of that. Don't need to muck about with the approach just yet. All right, so I think. Let's get the engines. Let's push back. Let's get the engine started, and let's get going. So let's disconnect the external power, and then we should be able to push back and go. Are the doors all closed? No, not yet. Maybe JSX will take care of those. Let's have a look. Pushback. Cargo loading in progress. Are they still doing it? Oh, those doors haven't even been opened. Alright, okay, well, tell you what, let's just reset that and we'll just get them to push back. If not, we'll push back on here. So no flex temp, as it's a toga takeoff, toga Tuesday. So, copper preparation has been completed. Fuel quantity, we should have 15 ton. Takeoff data is set. Landing elevation is... what is the landing elevation here? We want the Leipzig landing elevation in case we have an issue and have to get back in quickly. Landing elevation is... 470. Where do we actually pop that in? Oh, it's there. That'll do. Altimeter is set, brake and skids on normal, doors are all closed. Let's get the beacon light on. and transponder on, if I can remember where that is. There we are. So that should be now squawking 2000 and tail to the left. 122.8. Leipzig traffic, Will Express 2212, pushing back, stand 435 facing north. Why am I also receiving 122.8? And parking brake released. Right, let's see if we can get these engines started then. So on to start, and starting engine 1. Oh, it's just got a lot quieter. This weather's horrible. Not liking the little one we've got there. That's better. I was looking to see if there's a sound. Oh, that's better. Yeah, does that feel a bit more comfortable to you guys? Because that was really loud to me. Right, parking brake is on. Engine 1 stable, start engine 2. Let it start to spin up, then we'll throw some fuel in.
Unlocking gear.
Alright, let's just quickly rebrief where we're going from again. We're going from Sierra 3, I think we said, didn't we? I've completely forgotten.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Yes, Sierra 3.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
There we are. So out, turn to the right, follow all the way down, left and then first right. Alright, both engines are happy, so what I haven't worked out is what our trim position is going to be for departure. So let me just have a quick look at that. Down 0, 1. So we'll do the flows like we're doing the A320. We will turn off the APU. So don't need that. We're going to leave all our packs on, etc. for this flight. And then we want to arm the spoilers, zero the rudder, and flaps 15, 15. Elliot, someone says we're not connected to VATSIM. I think we are. Someone wants to check that. vPilot definitely says that I am connected. God, these take forever to come out. Trimmed down 0.1 as well, it said, didn't it? There we are, and that's set. Awesome. Alright, well, let's concentrate on what we're doing now for a little bit. Where's my checklist? So, pitch trim set, rudder trim set, spoilers armed, flaps 1515, recam status is checked, anti-ice needs to be on, hand signal's been received. Where is the anti-ice on this thing? There we are. Go on, put it on the wing as well. Oh, we actually need it on the wing. Alright, let's go. Leipzig Traffic World Express 2212 taxiing north from stand 435. Taking left on Victor to hold Sierra 3 for runway 08 right. Lemon says the weather looks awful. It does. We should be fine once we get above it. Jay, how's the descent profile since the update? I've not flown it since, Jay, so stick with us, and I guess we'll find out together. And sitting here says it'll be interesting to see what it flies like. Feels like flying a barge. What compared to the Airbus 320? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Taxiing feels okay. This feels right. So sorry we've not done a full sort of much more professional setup, guys. I wanted to do that, but then loading the wrong aircraft, then spawning in the wrong place, it's kind of taken a little bit of time away from us, so I apologise for that. Need to set the departure heading as well, which is 082. Hey Nolex, good to see you. Now, I can never remember what the...
Leipzig traffic 431, taxiing holding point 09 right by November Hotel 1.
Yeah, I can never remember what these were actually meant to set us to. So we've got VS, heading, nav is armed, profile climb is armed. I think that's fine. Cleaver, don't forget to set the speed in the FCU 250 knots. I don't think you do, Cleaver. I think that this is meant to be set to V2. At least that was what I remember reading. I do have an A310 Ofcom somewhere on my system, and oh my god, if you think the A320 Ofcom is difficult to interpret, then that is another level. Willie, I'll keep an eye on that. Thanks so much, mate. Hey, Nick T. Good to see you. Alright, so one thing that you guys who fly this regularly can help me with. Where's the toga button? Is this the toga button still? It is in the A310. Is it the same in the A300? I don't want to press it yet. Take off on the taxiway. That would be depressing. We need to set DH to decision height to -5. Really? What's that all about? Thank you for confirming that, guys. This is why I like flying with you. You're all amazing. It's getting dark in here, isn't it? Right, that's the Air3. Perfect. Okay, doesn't look like anything's coming in. I've not heard anyone coming in, so... Leipzig traffic, World Express 2212 lining up via CO3 runway 08 right for departure to the north, Penham 1 Echo. We'll all feel happier once we get above the clouds. No, Lex, you definitely need to break out this aircraft again. It is really good. I do like flying it. I just like flying the 320 more. Plus, I know what I'm doing in the 320. I've got no idea what I'm doing in this thing. I'm making this up as I go along. Alright guys, should we see if we can get airborne? Make sure we've not missed anything. Before takeoff checklist then. Our lights is probably a good idea. We don't need the wing lights, they're fine. Okay, flight controls, fine. Instruments, fine. Briefing-ish. VR's been confirmed. Flaps, that's 1515. Takeoff config is... Oh, where's the TL config button? That's down here, isn't it? Didn't make a noise. Good. Happy with that. And auto brake needs to be set to max. We're TARA, that's fine. Where is auto brake? Ah, max, of course. Yeah. And ignition as required. To be fair, we should probably have that on in this weather. So... set that to continuous relay. Alright, let's go. This rudder is very sensitive. 100 knots.
Cedar 431 lining up 09 right, Leipzig traffic.
V1. Rotate. V2. Why have we just gone to man thrust? We just lost thrust there. Not sure what that was all about. Okay, we've got a positive rate though, so get the gear up. Slats 15. And autopilot 1 engaged, because it'll fly this aircraft far better than me. Get auto thrust back on. We're above S speed, so flaps 0. There we are. Oh, I think that was pretty straightforward, wasn't it? This is the reason we've got anti-ice on as well, flying through these clouds. Climbed flight level 70, so we're going to set standard pressure 1013. No air traffic control around, so we will continue that climb. Flight level 250 then now. I mean, hopefully that's the difficult bit done. We've just got to land. What did I say I want to do? I needed to be away by 2:30. I think we've just about managed that. Damn, those clouds look nice. Oh, doesn't it look good now we're above the clouds? Now we're above those then. Let's get all these lights off. We don't need those on anymore. Get those off as well. Elliot, that is a really good idea. We'll have to see if we can make one of those for the channel members. Alright, 10,000 feet then, so usual stuff. Airports onto the... airports on the navigation display up on the EFIS. RadNav page would normally clear out. Secondary flight plan would normally clear out as well. Let's have a look at our progress. Flight level 340, maximum 35. That's going to be fine. Happy with that. Cleaver, there's loads of scenery for Barcelona. Oh, you mean Madrid? Latin VFR do a very good Madrid one, which I quite like. Oh, it looks nice. That looks really nice. Let's hope that aircraft behaves itself, and we'll be happy now all the way to London Heathrow, where we might have some air traffic control. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Hopefully the weather there's better. There's a bit of a build-up here. We're going to have to deviate around it, or can we climb above it before we get there? Let's have a look. Elliot, you're just in a monster busy month. You need to get back in the sim. You know, it's true. I myself, from the middle of February till the end of March, is my really busy time usually, and that's why we've not really had too many live streams going on. Which is kind of like when I am doing them at the moment, I'm trying to make them a little bit different. We've obviously had lots of Phoenix stuff happening, and then stepping outside the EasyJet flight deck for a while, doing some British Airways ops the other night, where we spent an hour and a half on the ground at Heathrow. It was incredibly realistic. Right, getting up to our cruise then, which is what, 34,000, isn't it? I haven't set up my mini FCU to work with this today, so we're really going old school with the mouse. I think we can get rid of continuous relight. We don't need that anymore. TAT is in icing range, that's fine, but we're not within any cloud layers, so that's all good. Hey Morgas, good to see you. Elliot, I do think it's kind of nice that the streams give people the itch to want to fly, because yeah, that's what we want. That's exactly what we want. And a stream like this, a little bit more laid back, because I can't take this too seriously because I can't fly this aircraft. But we can enjoy what it delivers, which is really, really smooth performance. It's very smooth, given how complicated this is, because it is more complicated and complex systems-wise than the A310, which of course IniBuilds also brought out in conjunction with Microsoft and Asobo. But this A300 cargo variant, if you like cargo flying, this is going to be the best cargo aircraft on the market at the moment. And again, just a chance to sort of plug the fact that you can purchase this from the link at the top of the chat, the pinned link, or the link in the video description, via that IniBuilds link. So 17,000 feet, quite happy. One thing I haven't done is I haven't saved my custom views. Or have I? Oh, I have! Oh, I didn't know I got these saved. Oh, that would have looked much... Oh, look at that. That would have looked awesome on takeoff. I didn't realise I got custom views saved for this. Oh, there you go. I'll just sit and watch this all day. This is awesome. Proper fluffy white clouds. Those engines are quite loud, aren't they? When you pick that wing view up right over the top of the engines, they are indeed very loud. Hey, Christian, good to see you. Oh, Dan, I forget you're on X-Plane now, aren't you? How's that working out for you? Willie. Christian's now wondering what he's just walked into. Jack, what were my feelings about sitting on the ground for 90 minutes on the live stream the other day? Was I tempted to switch to another flight? No, I wasn't, Jack. To tell you the truth, if I hadn't been chatting with all of you guys, and, you know, it was just the perfect time to sit, answer a lot of questions, have a bit of a laugh, and listen to the wonderful work air traffic control was doing, then, yeah, I can see the pull. If you're on your own, just to maybe not switch to another flight because you've got it all set up, but just come off VATSIM and fly without air traffic control. But the fact that I got, you know, you guys who were sat there being able to just chat, pass the time away quite nicely, it wasn't, certainly for me, it didn't feel like a burden at all. I wasn't sort of itching to get going kind of thing. And Redlim's just said as well, thinks we passed the time quite well. Yeah, I agree. But I do get it. You know, if you're on your own, I'm very lucky that I got you guys as a community to chat to. But if you are just sort of sat simming on your own kind of thing, and you've only got a limited time, then I could understand how that would get frustrating. But yeah, Jack, the ATC was amazing. And it's stuff like that as well, particularly if you're new to VATSIM. Maybe not join in with that, because that could be quite intimidating. But if you are new to VATSIM, then what a perfect place to go sit and listen. Because we heard plenty of people not get taxi instructions correct, and you know, then it causes a headache for air traffic control. We've got to move people around and stuff, just as they would in real life. So you kind of get to learn through those issues. Elk chocolate, hey, duck. Do you get more Yorkshire than that? Sitting here, have I ever tried IBAO? I never have. I think I started with VATSIM, I liked VATSIM, I stuck with VATSIM, and years later I'm still here on VATSIM. Like you've been on VATSIM since 2005, you've never tried IBAO. But if you want to join the live stream now, guys, then please don't forget to hit that like button. Help the channel statistics on VATSIM. I'll go back to the main view in a minute and have a look at what we're actually doing, but I think this view looks really nice. Those cloud formations down there are gorgeous. Ah, elk chocolate, I didn't realise you were a Towie guy. Hey Lulu, good to see you. You join us today on a different Airbus. Elliot says proper southern is Devon. In fact, I'm heading down your way in a few days. Not looking forward to that drive, I'll tell you. It's only 6,000 feet and the TAT is minus 12. Oh, Elliot, if only I got the time, mate. It's a whistle-stop visit, unfortunately. Does this thing have working weather radar? I say working weather radar, obviously it's going to be within the limits of the sim. If it has, I can't remember how to sort it out. Is that on? No, well, if it is, there's nothing doing. Auxiliaries, all right, me lovers. That's definitely nothing. I've never heard that in Yorkshire. Jack, you were on VATSIM at Boston the other day and some of the Americans started mimicking the Yorkshire accent. See, if they want to hear a good proper Yorkshire accent, they need to watch something like a classic Last of the Summer Wine or something like that. I like the West Country accent. What's the one from, what's the Brummy one? Alright, Bab. What's the one that used to get touted around when I was in high school? By a couple of Brummies that I happened to share the classroom with. Then you've got the Geordies. Why, aye, man. Dan says, don't get me started on accents. One of my workmates has recently got me doing Harry Enfield impressions. I've never been very good at doing accents. Elk Chocolate, absolutely not. He just said, can we have an hour where Gav just does regional accents? As many impressions as he can. No, I'm useless at them. I'm absolutely useless at accents. It's not one of my specialities, I'm afraid. Engineer on board. Could we, after landing, have a look at the interior of the airport? If I get a chance, engineer, I absolutely will. I have turned some of the interiors off, though, just for frame rates. The other night when we were at Heathrow, I got everything turned on, and we just got a massive amount of VATSIM traffic around us, and it was like a slideshow. PC wasn't happy. 74 Adder, good afternoon. Lulu, I like steam gauges. Steam gauges are how I learnt to fly. Elliot says a mate of his tries to do accents, but they all come out the same. Yeah, that would be me, Elliot. That would be me. Elk, just drink more as the stream goes on. Attempt more accents. I don't drink and fly often. 3,000 feet to go. What is the default sort of cry for the Scouser. I don't think anyone popped that one into the chat, did they? I really did like, was it, oh, was the comedian that did, I think it was Jimmy Carr. Jimmy Carr on how he prepares to do accents. And I can hear him now. I can't mimic him. I can't. But whenever he has to sort of think about how to do a Welsh accent, it just thinks to himself, whose coat is that jacket? He's on YouTube. It's so funny. I do like Jimmy Carr. Even Unicom's silent today. So very quiet. That's what happens when you fly in the middle of the day. Dan, you saw Jimmy Carr live at Portsmouth Guildhall and you managed to muster up the courage to heckle him. Yeah, how did that work out for you? 741, you have the landing gear in the middle position like Boeing. Ah, now that is a very good point. I think you meant to lock it, aren't you? How the hell do you do that on this thing? Yeah, that's it. It's because I'm using my Airbus Thrustmaster thrust levers and flaps and that, and it doesn't have a setting for that. That's why. And I'd just completely forgotten. So yeah, that's why. But good spot. Darkwind, are we on Unicom or CTAF? Oh, definitely Unicom. We've not got CTAF here in Europe. Not yet, anyway. I mean, what do you guys think about this? Obviously, I rarely fly in America, so it makes very little difference to me. But I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on it? Obviously, in real life, it has its real life use. On VATSIM, what was wrong with Unicom? Apart from perhaps the distances that it could cover. I didn't start the timer as we pushed. Never mind. Dan, so he noticed a group of people chattering which bothered him and you shouted, "You're waiting for the comedy to start." I'm sure I've seen a clip with Jimmy Carr and someone screaming that out. Surely that can't be you, can it? Darkwind, you didn't realise we were in Europe. Yeah, Leipzig to Heathrow. Heathrow today. What time are we going to land, actually? Has it got an estimated landing time here for us? $15:54. I could do with getting down quicker than that. Right, 34,000 feet. I would really like to get there a bit faster than that. So I'm going to wipe the speed up, see if we can cut a bit of time off. Darwin says, to me, just think it is just VATSIM and additional hoops to jump through. The reason was that too many people were on Unicom, making it difficult to send who was there. To be fair, in America, I could probably understand that because there is an airport every 2 miles in America. Not so much here in Europe. So yeah, maybe I can understand that. Senfo, have I ever tried to use 1440 or 4K? I don't. I leave it at 1080. Main reason for that is just for performance, because I'm streaming as well off the same PC. I think I could really start to struggle if I push the limits too much. And Jack says something similar. I think it just keeps communications local. Sometimes you can get Unicom from nowhere near you, so that's an advantage. That's true. Even in England, I've been sort of taken off or flying over Manchester, and I'm hearing things happening down as far as sort of Birmingham and things. And you think, well, you're nowhere near me. But I don't know what the range on Unicom is. Does anyone actually happen to know that? Christian's just said something similar, actually. Would love to get CTAFs, just because you don't get the text messages then, like on Unicom, because the range is way too big for that, and you constantly have to check those messages. Yes, you're right, Christian, you are constantly meant to check those text messages. I understood what you meant though, Christian. Matt says, yeah, busy Heathrow at 1440 is not fun. No. Oh man, can you imagine if we'd have been at 1440 the other day when we were at Heathrow? That would have it really would have been a slideshow. Right, so let's set that to below, and then we're going to just cycle through these SD pages. So engines, fine. I mean, I'm cycling through these. I'm not actually sure what I'm looking for on here because I wouldn't know what is normal, what is not. But as long as everything's green, then I'm happy. Bleed air. Doesn't really matter the temperature, does it? Unless we're carrying dried flowers or some fruit or something. Fuel's all good. We've got 11.4 tons, 11.5 tons on there. Flight controls all fine. What are the temperatures? 50 degrees for the brake temperatures. Yeah, everything's normal. Darkwing, you think Unicom's about 100 miles? I mean, it could be. No idea. I wonder if Dark Fury would know. He's our regular channel VATSIM controller, isn't he? Right, where are we? We are 3 miles from Mobsa. So let's do what we need to do. What did we take fuel-wise? 13.5, 14.5. We took about 2.4 tons extra. With the contingency, it's about 2.8 tons extra. So 2.8 tons extra at Mobsa means that we should, fuel-wise, have about 10.4 tons in the tanks. What do we actually have? Oh, we've got 11.3 tons. We've got loads. Yeah, happy to fly at Mach 0.82. It's not increased the time it's expecting me to get in there, is it? Need to hurry up. James, you've not plucked up the courage for VATSIM yet. You will do, and when you do, after you've done it, you'll never want to go back. Promise you that. Oh, so Darkwind, that's interesting. So IVAO limit Unicorn to about 100 miles, whereas, if I'm reading that right, oh, that's VHF radio transmissions. Oh, that's real life, which obviously follow a line of sight pattern, height of the aircraft, further it travels. I don't know if VATSIM is 100 miles or whether it's more like real life. What we're going to have to do, we're going to have to get some of the channel members on. One of us will position ourselves somewhere like Birmingham, centre of the UK, and we'll throw someone on the ground at Manchester and see if we can hear them. It doesn't have to be Unicorn frequency, of course. We can pick any frequency we want. Hey, Jake the Av Geek. You need to commit. Even asking for a radio check. The first time you do a radio check, I guarantee your heart will be beating a little bit. But honestly, once you've taken that plunge, it's so worth it. Dan, are you not on VATSIM anymore? I didn't know that. I thought you were on VATSIM. Christian. Alright, see what's happening weather-wise in Heathrow. (3405), visibility is fine, broken 3000, broken 48, 10 degrees temperature, QNH 1014, no changes. Fine. You know, I'm not convinced these times are right, you know. One hour 16 minutes this flight should take. Oh yes I am. Yes I am. I was reading this as 16:53. Yeah, I should be okay. Yeah, we shouldn't be that far away now. Love seeing other contrails in the sky, knowing that someone is actually flying those aircraft in real life. Willie, I'll never understand how people spawn in on the runway, because sure, you don't connect to the network until your sim's loaded in. Now, take today for example. Today for example, because of the bug in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I selected the parking spot, changed the aircraft and the livery, hit fly now, and obviously it threw me in on the runway. And they need to get that sorted. But I obviously wasn't on VATSIM at the time. I don't connecting to VATSIM is usually the last thing I do. Paul says he remembers the first time he connected to the internet in 1995 on dial-up with CompuServe. Yeah, that's how I used to use Paul. I remember that. Felt like you were connecting to NASA. Your heart was going 10 to the dozen. Paul, I've got to ask, what were you searching for? I didn't even know you actually could connect to VATSIM prior to your aircraft being spawned in. Oh, what we've got in front of us. I think it's high enough that he's not going to cause us any conflict, but that's quite cool to see, don't we think? How cool does that look? I can't believe we've not seen the ground yet. I thought this was going to be awesome. We're going to have a nice daytime flight. A flight in the middle of the afternoon so I can actually see the beautiful world of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and all I can see is clouds. Jake says you don't understand why you were spawning on the runway in the first place. Well, you see, Jake, of course, there is a bug in Microsoft Flight Simulator which I fell foul of right at the start of the stream today, so I spawned in on the runway. By mistake. But I wasn't on VATSIM at that point. Does it show up on TCAS? Well, it should do. I have got it set to below though. Oh, it does show up on TCAS actually. That's a Boeing thing now, isn't it? I have to push the button. Still in nav mode though. Sanya says you can start on the A320 family. What would you recommend to start with? Thinking of CBT first, then Ofcom, then the flight crew training manual. Oh. Depends how realistic you want to get. I mean, the Ofcom is not light reading. Flight crew training manual is more procedure based, but easier to sort of understand. Lulu, how do online air traffic control services handle oceanic clearances? Just the same as they do in real life. They're really good. You can submit them online beforehand, and then you contact and request for that oceanic clearance once you're airborne. It's very rare though that oceanic sectors are actually online, unless you're talking about a big event like Cross the Pond or something like that. Anthony S, good morning. Right, so just having a look. Arrival runways 27 left. Just reading the ATIS, and that's information echo. So probably a bit too far out to pick that up. What frequency is that on? 12808. Let's try it.
For short, acknowledge receipt of information echo and report aircraft type and current QNH on first contact with Heathrow. Advise on initial contact, you have information, echo.
Right, let's copy all this down as we start to prepare for the arrival.
Heathrow information echo, time 1450 Zulu, automatic. Arrival runway 27 left, departure runway 27 right. Transition level 70 wind 010 at 7, wind variable between 330 and 060. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Few clouds at 2900, ceiling 4400 broken. Temperature 2.4, altimeter 1014. Pilot should expect a change to runway 27 right for landing at 1500 local. Pilots are reminded that readback of ATC instructions and clearances is mandatory. Pilots are to exercise caution when maneuvering in the runway holding areas as wingtip clearance is not assured. Acknowledge receipt of information echo and report aircraft type and current QNH on first contact with Heathrow. Advise on initial contact. You have...
Okay, well that's quite interesting. So we know then we're going to be landing after... I did say expect change runway 2 right for landing at 1500 right, so that's going to be 27 right for us then we'll plan for the Logan 2 hotel arrival. So let's update the box now. Still the same start, 2 hotel, coming in via London. Just check that's all in the box then. 27 right. Yeah, okay, right, we need the ILS frequency as well because we're old school now. One 103. Where do we put that? Is that on the pedestal or is that on the overhead? Actually can't remember where that is. Oh, it's in the centre there. Centre console. And the inbound course is 269. See you later, Dan. Good to see you. There we go. Darwin, is this the airport with the Henke arrival out over the channel? No, Darwin, no. I'm not sure about that. The Henke arrival, I don't know that one. London Gatwick, coming over the channel. Oh, is this might be the weather radar. I don't know if there's any precipitation out over there somewhere. It's not going to affect us though if it is. Andy, do we use lots of external equipment with the simming? So, we've got my iPad, I've got the Mini FCU, we've obviously got thrust levers, spoilers, axe, so the Thrustmaster Captain's Pack, basically, and then Thrustmaster Side Stick, and we've got the, and the pedals. And Andy S as well, I just missed that, celebrating 21 months of training level, Captain level membership, the highest support of the channel. Thank you so much, Anthony. What do I like about the A300? What's my verdict on it? I like the A300. I need to learn how to fly it properly. But what I like about the A300 is it is still Airbus. And you can see where the A320 sort of came from. But it's a bit more hands-on. Things like I would set the ILS frequencies up, the course. It's a little bit more Boeing in terms of its FCU, the autopilot. But yeah, it is. It's a little bit more old school, which, if you like that kind of thing, then it's great. Christian, how could you forget your 3-year anniversary? Christian celebrating, as I said, 3 years. That is incredible. Thanks so much, mate. Appreciate that. 3 months. 3 years. 3 months. Landing elevation is 80 feet. Where do we set that? I set that for departure. Where do we set the landing elevation? Ah, it's down there. Couldn't see it. There we go. That's probably one of the things that is just a bit weird about this aircraft. Just the dimensions of the flight deck. So that to me is just a bit weird. I like sitting up there a little bit, but then as you just saw, you actually lose some of the buttons. And then our landing minimums are going to be 278. Because it's rounded up in fives. And Fruitbat celebrating 13 months of membership as well. Fruitbat, thank you so much. He says he's feeling inadequate with all his anniversaries. 1972, do I use auto FPS yet? Not yet, but watch this space. Right, have we got top of descent in here? Programmed in. Top of descent is there, 1520. So that's about 4 minutes, isn't it? Is that actually shown on here? Oh yeah, there it is. Thought it was. Say the A300 is a very good aircraft from IniBuilds. So all systems are there because they do if you are an X-plane user like Dan, then they do an incredibly detailed A300 cargo variant for X-plane. I think that's about 60-70 pounds. So you know it really is detailed. And I think they ported over a lot of that then into this aircraft. Lulu, what's the plural of Airbus? Is there one? Airbuses? Airbus I? Airbus O? Not Boeings? How about a fleet? A fleet of Airbus. Just push that speed up a little bit more. Christian says it's like pizzas. It's still pizza and not pizza. Of course, of course there's an S. Well, there is in the English language, Christian. It's definitely 2 pizzas. We don't have 2 pizza. That would just sound weird. 3xA, mate, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Really appreciate that. You're catching us today flying an old Airbus. Normally you'll catch me flying the 320. Christian, you're just kidding us. What? You're far, far smarter than that. Oh, where's my frame rate's gone? Don't like that. Yeah, I'll show what that's all about. Right, let's brief this arrival then into Heathrow. So, what we expecting? Runway 27 right, Logan 2 Hotel. So, 250 Logan, 160, 220 at Lambourne, and then vectors for ILS 27. 127 right, I think now. Let's just pin that chart as well. Oh, that's a pain because the cargo stuff is all at the other side. Minimums 2, 7, 8. What's the platform altitude? It is 2,500 feet. Transition altitude 6,000 feet. MSA 21. Missed approach is to the right, isn't it? 1,500 feet, right turn 3,000. Let's hope we don't need to do that. Hey Carl, good to see you. I'm not sure, guys, I'm just going to tell you this now. I'm not sure I'm going to get a chance to do a full taxi to the cargo stands, just because we're landing wrong side of the runway and I do need to be out of here by 4 o'clock, so it's going to be tight. Actually, I need to be out of here by about 10 to 4 even, so it's going to be very tight. But yeah, the cargo apron's down there at the bottom for people wondering if Heathrow had cargo. It does indeed. Right next to the Royal Suite. Not sure how they get us there actually. Vacate maybe Alpha 10. Then straight down on Delta maybe. I don't know. Thought that was the moon then, it's not. It's another contrail of an aircraft in front of us. Do you know, ever since Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 first got released, these high-level wispy clouds have always caused a performance degradation on my system. And I've had two systems and they happened both at the same time. In previous incarnations of Microsoft Flight Simulator, having high-level wispy clouds never caused a problem. So I don't know if it's only me gets that issue, or you guys have a similar issue as well. Right, are those constraints coded in here as well? Let me just check. We've got 250 Logan, yeah. Lambourne's 220 and 70. Yeah, that's all good. Hey, AVA. Just have a look at what control is online then. Heathrow approach 11973. Tune to that in a few minutes. Probably a good idea as we start getting towards Logan. It makes sense as that's where the approach begins. Am I just having a senior moment, or are they the wrong way around? Shouldn't the map... Isn't that the map? And then that's the plan. Am I just being daft? Have I got the wrong way around? I don't know now. Anyway, we're at our top of descent, so let's start getting down towards flight level 250. Right, we'll pop it into profile, so P descent and 250 blue. I'm going to have to get up a picture of the 320 flight deck now. Let's say, hey, I'm sure it is right. I'm just having a senior moment. Alright, let's contact ATC then, as we are about 40 miles from London. Just going to check the latest status, see if that landing runway has changed. Arrival is now 27 right, and we have information on Lima.
Total X-ray, turn right heading 110 degrees and descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Yeah, right heading 110 down to 5,000 QNH 1014, speed 96 Hotel X-ray.
Speed 617, turn left heading 360 degrees.
Turn left heading 360, speed 167.
Shot for X-ray, contact tower 118505. Shot by X-ray tower on the 118505.
Okay, so we're just monitoring the descent profile
Bravo
now.
Heathrow, maintain
Looks okay at the minute.
Maintaining flight level 90, about 73 Bravo.
Speed 76 Golf Foxtrot, turn right, to say again, turn right heading 090 degrees.
Right heading 090 degrees, 376 over Foxtrot.
Shot for uniform, speed 160 until 4 DME.
Oh, this frequency is busy. I don't want to step on anybody.
Osprey 101 Alpha, it's landing 27 right, range about 28 miles, descent 6,000 feet, QNH 1014.
6,000 feet, 1014, Osprey 101 Alpha.
Speed 617, turn left heading 300 degrees, and establish localizer 27 right, descend glide path.
Turn left heading 330 degrees, when established from the localizer.
Heathrow approach, good afternoon, Will Express 2212 A300. Information, Lima, and expecting Logan to hotel.
Speed bird 73 Bravo, enter hold at begin, and it'll be 5 minutes.
Enter hold at begin.
Oh, I don't have time for holds.
73 Bravo.
Is the World Express calling me at Logan?
Wilco, Will Express 2212.
No, are you at Logan at the moment? Because I don't see you anywhere.
Currently 20 miles to the east of Logan, Will Express 2212.
Okay, I don't control any traffic above 195, so continue the Unicom, please.
Wilco.
Osprey 101 Alpha, turn left, heading 360 degrees, speed 180.
We'll speak to him in a bit.
Left 360, speed 180, Osprey 101 Alpha.
Shot for uniform, contact Heathrow Tower, 118.505.
118505, shut 3 uniform.
Shot 1 on Papa Lee Bovington, heading 170 degrees, speed 220 knots.
Speed heading 170 degrees and 220 knots, shot 19 Papa.
Spin R6 Hotel X-ray, speed 180 knots.
We'll keep tuned to him though, so we get a picture of the
96 Hotel X-ray.
traffic that's going on.
Shot 3 X-ray going around 27 right.
Zero director, hello, Spirit 5751, inbound begin.
751 Heathrow Director, maintain 100 and squawk 4031, hold at begin will be 10 minutes.
Maintain the level 4031, hold at begin, Spirit 751.
Osprey 101 Alpha, turn left heading 300 degrees, descend altitude 4,000 feet.
Left 300, altitude 4,000 feet, Osprey 101 Alpha.
Speed 73 Bravo, descent level 80.
Descend flight level 80, speed bird 70 Bravo.
Speed 617, speed 160 knots until forward DME.
160 until 40 mate, speed bird.
Speed R6 Hotel X-ray, turn right heading 180 degrees.
Right, 180, speedbird 96 Hotel X-ray.
Osprey 101 Alpha, check you are descending to altitude 4,000 feet and when established 27 right, descend glide path.
Descending 4,000 feet and when established, descend on the glide path, Osprey 101 Alpha.
Shot through X-ray, roll out, heading 360 degrees, climb to altitude 4,000
So as we pass
feet.
Logan, we're going to continue down with the profile
360,
flight
heading
160.
4,000 feet,
Split 96 Hotel X-ray, turn right, heading 240 degrees, when established localizer 27 right, descend on the glide path.
Right, heading 240, once established, descend with the glide, speedbird 96 Hotel X-ray.
Speedbird 751, descent flight 190. Speed 76 Golf Foxtrot, descent of altitude 4,000 feet on QNH 1014.
QNH 1014, descend 4,000, 276 Golf Foxtrot.
Speedbird 27 X-ray with you, approaching begin.
Speed 27 X-ray Heathrow, descent flight 110, plan the hold at begin.
Descend 110 and hold at begin, Speedbird 27 X-ray.
Heathrow approach World Express 2212 at Logan A300 with Lima.
So don't control traffic above 195, continue with Unicom, I'll send contact me when required.
Roger. Right,
Speed
carrying
751,
down then.
descend, flight level 90.
Never known
sir,
the
Speed 76 Golf Foxtrot,
never known the
turn left,
controllers
heading 060
not
degrees.
control the approach whilst we're actually on the star.
Hello, 7 Zephyr 060.
06, descend 6 Golf Foxtrot.
Speed 5 Kilo Charlie, turn right, heading 080 degrees.
Right, turn 08 degrees, Speedbird 5 Kilo Charlie.
So 5 Kilo Charlie, your range 27 right is 27 miles, descent of altitude 4,000 feet on QNH 1014.
Descend 4,000 feet, QNH 1014, thanks, Speedbird 5 Kilo Charlie.
Speedbird 19 Papa, turn left, heading 085.
I recognise that voice.
Shuttle 19 Papa, turn left, heading 085.
Left 085, shuttle 19 Papa.
Speed pressure shuttle 3 X-ray, turn right, heading 110 degrees.
Right, turn 110, shuttle 3 X-ray.
No
Speed
wonder
75
Heathrow's busy.
Bravo. Right, discuss. Speed 755, you're on the frequency. Oh yes, you are on the frequency.
Correct, hello, Speedbird 507, level 97 to level 70, A320 with Lima. Get some 5,000 north, 5,000
T5 Zulu, okay, route direct to Midhurst, climb flight level 170.
So just looking at profile, we're still
degrees.
above that at the moment.
0 degrees, turn 6 Golf Foxtrot.
Osprey 10 Alpha, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
160 till 4, 101 Alpha.
Shovel 9 Papa, turn left heading 070 degrees.
That's 07019 Papa.
Swiss 3 Bravo, descent flight level 70.
Descend flight level 7073 Bravo.
Speed 27 X-ray, descent flight level 100.
Descent flight level 100.
Let's wind this speed up and get
Swiss
down.
6 Golf Foxtrot will establish localizer T7 right, descend on the glide path.
When status on island, localizer turn 27 right, turn glide path.
Osprey 10 Alpha, contact tower 118505.
118505, thank you, Osprey 101 Alpha.
Speed 26 Hotel X-ray, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
164 DME, speedbird 96 Hotel X-ray.
So 96 Hotel X-ray, contact tower 118505.
We've got 118,505 tuned in for when that's required.
Swiss 3 Bravo, route direct to begin, leave begin heading 265.
Route direct begin and leave begin heading 265, Speedbird 70 Bravo.
As Swiss 3 Bravo, just for next time, make sure you check your hold, it's a right hand hold at begin.
Yep, I've just realised
See you
that,
later, Christian.
Speedbird 70 Bravo.
No, thank you, no problem. Shell 19 Papa, descent of altitude 5,000 feet on QNH 1014.
5,1014, 19 Papa.
And Shell 19 Papa, 29 miles for 27 right.
Director, speed 52, leave at Harley, Deptford.
Say again?
So we're basically aiming for flight level 70 then at Lambo, and just have a look at the chart. We can see
So it's 5 to Lima Charlie, continue for Unicom please.
just about to pass Sabre. Press
Spirit
up.
5 Charlie, turn left heading
Whistle
360
and then
degrees, speed 180 knots.
Lambo
180
ahead of us
knots,
just
just
here.
confirm 330, Spirit 5 Kilo Charlie.
Actually, turn left heading 340 degrees.
Roger, 340 degrees, speed 180 knots, Spirit 5 Kilo Charlie.
Hey,
Charles
crisis.
X-ray, turn left heading 090 degrees.
090, Charles X-ray.
Spirit 5 is 7 Foxtrot, I assume you're waiting to call, maintain flight level 70 after Ockham, heading 360 degrees.
Level 70 after Ockham, level 360, Spirit 507 Foxtrot.
Direct handle is Speedbird A5 Quebec, Compton 3 Golf.
Spirit A5 Quebec, continue Unicom.
Unicom, Speedbird A5 Quebec.
Right, let's continue down. Flight level 70. Level my Lambo would be good.
Spirit 5 Kilo Charlie, left turn 300 degrees.
Left turn 30 degrees, Spirit 5 Kilo Charlie.
Show 19 Papa, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
74,000, 19 Papa.
Spirit 5 is 7 Foxtrot, maintain speed to 20 knots.
220 knots, Spirit 507 Foxtrot.
Spirit 2, so that's a delay will be about 15 minutes.
15 minutes delay. This is interesting. We may have to come off.
Show 19 Papa, turn right heading 180.
Which will be a shame.
Speed 180 knots.
Right, 180, speed 180, shuttle 19 Papa.
Spirit 760 off Foxtrot, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
160 knots to 40 MA 6 Golf Foxtrot.
Yes, Red Director will express 2212, passing flight level 130-470, information Lima A300.
Weather Express 2212, hello, stop at flight level 120, squawk 3566.
Hold flight level 120 and squawk 3566, World Express 2212.
Spirit 73 Bravo, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220,
120
Bravo.
and
760 off Foxtrot Tower, 118505.
3,
Tower 118-505, Spirit 6 Golf Foxtrot.
05 Kilo Charlie,
5.
descend altitude 3,000 feet, will establish localizer T7
6,
right,
6.
descend glide path.
Descend up to 3,000 feet when established localizer, descend with the glide, Spirit 5 Kilo Charlie.
Shelter X-ray, turn right heading 130 degrees, speed 220 knots.
130 degrees, 220 knots on the speed, shelter X-ray.
Spirit 73 Bravo, turn right heading 080 degrees.
Right heading 080, Speedbird 70 Bravo.
Spirit 5
and then there is a
turn
speed
right
restriction where we are now,
heading
is
110 degrees.
250, so
Right,
hold
110,
that now.
Weather Express 2212, descend level 100.
Descend flight level 100, World Express 2212.
Show 19 Papa, right turn 240, will establish 27 right, descend on the glide path.
Right turn 240, and establish descend with the glide, 19 Papa.
Spirit 5
Hot blue, 100
turn
blue.
right heading 110 degrees.
Right, 110 already is Spirit 507 Foxtrot.
Seabird 73 Bravo, 23 miles, T7 right, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Down to 5,000, QNH 1014, Speedbird 73 Bravo.
Spirit 751, descend level 70.
70, Spirit 751.
Yeah, Director, good day. 0811 Charlie.
71 Charlie, Heathrow Director, maintain level 80, plan to hold at Lambourne.
Maintain 80, hold at Lambo, 0811 Charlie.
Spirit 5 Kilo Charlie, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
160 knots, maintain to 40 ME, Spirit 5 Kilo Charlie.
Show 19 Papa, you seem awfully aligned with 27 left. Show 3 X-ray, right turn 240 degrees, will establish T7 right, descend glide path.
Right turn 240, when established, descend with the glide path, shelter X-ray.
Show 19 Papa, transfer to ILS T7 right when able, please.
Transferring now, apologies, 19 Papa.
Spirit 5 Kilo Charlie, contact Heathrow Tower, 118.505.
See, they have the thing, don't they, in the USA? Don't really get over here, where you
Spirit
just
751, direct,
sidestep
Leipzig in
over,
265.
which means flight
Correct,
visually.
taking Leipzig in 265, Spirit 751.
Spirit 753, if on the frequency, stop descent at flight level 110. Shot for X-ray, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180, shot through X-ray.
Spirit 5 is some Foxtrot descent
Okay, let's
altitude
activate
4,000 feet,
final
QNH
approach, so
1014.
that's now done. Saves the approach phase. We've not been told to hold
751,
at
speed
Lamborn.
220 knots.
220 knots through 751.
World Express 2212 Junior requires us in the hold at Lamborn.
Yep, hold the Lamborn, please delay 10 minutes.
Roger, World Express 2212.
Christopher 3 Bravo, turn left heading 360 degrees, speed 180 knots.
Left heading 360, speed 180, speedbird 73 Bravo.
Shell 3 X-ray, gone through the localizer, right turn 300 to establish, please. Shuttle 3 X-ray, turn right, heading 300 degrees, intercept ILS 27 right.
Right for 300, intercept ILS 27 right, shot director.
Spitfire to South Foxtrot, turn left heading
Right, we'll hold at green
080
dot then,
degrees,
no
speed
point
180 knots.
burning extra fuel.
That's 080 degrees, speed 220 knots, speedbird 507 shot.
That's speed 180 knots.
180 knots, speedbird 507 shot.
Shell 1 up upper, speed 160 knots until forward EME.
160 till 419.
Shell 1 up upper, tower 11850.
Now we just sit and enjoy the view for a while.
18505, thanks very much, bye-bye.
Will Express 2212, diesel 4190, just make sure next time over Lamborn it's a left-hand hold.
Oh, my apologies, World Express 2212, so just state again.
Spitfire 3 Bravo, left turn 300 degrees, will establish 27 right, descend glide path. Speed bird 73 Bravo, left turn 300 degrees, will establish 27 right, descend glide path.
This is why I don't do
Left
Heathrow.
turn heading 300 and when established, descend on the glide, speedbird 73 Bravo.
Speed 751, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1014.
5,000 QH 1014, speedbird 751.
Speed 27 X-ray, descent to flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80 through 27 X-ray.
Come on.
Director speedbird 526, good afternoon, progress 57 Golf, passing 4,200 for 6,000 hours.
So the 526 Heathrow, Roger, can you confirm your own discussion on the Unicom, goodbye?
Roger, 526, bye-bye.
Where the hell is this taking us?
Speed 567 Foxtrot, to left heading 360 degrees.
Left 360, speedbird 507 shot.
Speed 751, turn right heading 080 degrees.
080 degrees, speed 751.
Speedbird 27 X-ray, route direct Biggin, leave Biggin, heading 265, speed 220 knots.
Leave begin 260 degrees and speed 220 knots, speedbird 27 X-ray.
Okay, confirm direct
Oh
Biggin,
my God,
and
what have
leave
we done
Biggin,
here?
heading 265.
Direct begin and begin direct 265 degrees, speedbird 27 X-ray.
Shot for X-ray, speed 160 knots until forward EME.
160 till 4, shot 3 X-ray.
Speed 567 Foxtrot, turn left heading 300 degrees, will establish localizer 27 right, descend glide path.
Left 300, when established localizer 27 right, descend with the glide, speedbird 507 shot. Approach good day, speed of 431, video descending flight level 70, passing 230.
Inbound
Speed
course.
431, Heathrow Director, squawk 3542, hold at Lamborn, expected 10-minute delay.
It's 263.
Squawk 352 and we'll hold at Lamborn and expecting 10-minute delay, 2431.
And it's left
Well
side.
Express 2212, descent 5190. Well Express 2212, descent 5190.
So flight level 90, World Express 2212.
Shot for X-ray, contact tower 118.505.
Tower 118.505, shot 3 X-ray, thank you.
Speedbird 27 X-ray, descent flight level 70. Speedbird 27 X-ray, descent flight level 70.
Where are you taking us?
Thank you. Speedbird 751, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
Oh my God, this is
4,000
awful.
feet, speed 751.
Speed 431, stop the descent at flight level 100.
Stop descent flight level 100, 431.
Heathrow approach, Speedbird 13193, flight level 120, descending 7,000.
Speedbird 1393, Heathrow Director, hello, descend flight level 80.
Okay, again, Speedbird 1393.
Okay, standby, brake speed 751, turn left heading
Where
360
is
degrees, speed
Lambourne
180 knots.
VOR?
360, 180, speed, Speedbird 1, speed 751.
Speedbirds 1393, descent flight level 80.
It's there. Please fly it.
Flight level 80, speedbird 1393.
Speed 27 X-ray, descent of altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1014.
4,000 QNH 1014.
Do you know what? Delete that.
Just confirm heading to Speedbird 751.
360.
360, cheers, Speedbird 751.
Speedbird 811 Charlie, fly heading 240 degrees, speed 220 knots.
Heading 240, speed 220 knots, Speedbird 811 Charlie.
Strategic Bravo, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
I just want to go to Lambourne and hold, please.
Speedbird 70 Bravo.
Strategic X-ray, turn right heading 060 degrees.
Right. Fly to Lambourne. Thank you.
Speed 2, Christopher 3 Bravo, contact T
Delete the
Tower
hold.
18505, goodbye.
Delete the hold.
505, speedbird 70 Bravo.
Delete the
Christopher 1, turn left
discontinuity.
heading 300 degrees,
Lambourne.
must establish localizer 27
Hold.
right, descend on the glide path.
Left turn.
300, descend on the glide path once established, Speedbird 751.
Insert. There we
Speed
go.
8 on Charlie, descent flight level 70.
Thanks, Speedbird 811 Charlie.
That makes more sense. Oh, that was annoying. Didn't help by the organisation of the Lambournes, the LAM identifiers. So I automatically made a big mistake by choosing the top one. The top one's usually the closest.
Speedbird 507.
It turns out that wasn't the case this time. The closest one was the one at the bottom of the list. That never happens.
Well Express T212, descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, World Express 2212.
Thank you. Well Express T212, leave Lambourne heading 270 degrees.
Leave Lambourne 270, World Express 2212.
Spirit 1393, leave
Finally got to
heading
Lambourne. We don't
170
even
degrees,
need
speed
it.
220 knots.
Right, well we're heading towards it now anyway.
Speed Bird 1393, leave Bovingdon heading 170 degrees, speed 220 knots.
I know, Mark.
Heading 170
After all of that,
degrees and speed 220 knots, speedbird 1293.
Strategic X-ray, turn left heading 360 degrees, speed 180 knots.
360 degrees.
look, we've even got the hold perfect there now.
Supervisor Southwest Short, contact T for Tower 118.505.
118, 505, 507,
Speed A11 Charlie, descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Descent 5,000 QNH 1014, Speedbird 811 Charlie.
Speedbird A11 Charlie, turn left heading 105.
Left heading 105, Speedbird 811 Charlie.
Keeper Director, Shuttle 2 November, 5,000 for 6,000.
Shuttle 2 November, score cadet.
Scorecard M, Shuttle 2 November.
All we've got to do now is slow the aircraft down, capture the ILS and land. Should be easy, really. We've flown into Heathrow in the Phoenix before, with several holes, and it's fine. Say, mate, the mistake there was
431, descent 5190.
completely mine. I put the wrong Lambourne in.
Shuttle 2 November, climb now, flight level 140.
Climb now, flight level 140, Shuttle 2 November.
Should T7 X-ray will establish localizer 27 right, descend on the glide path.
I want to establish descent on the flight.
So we're going to leave Lambourne heading 270 in a moment. Fruitbat, this is why we need a first officer. Yeah, absolutely. Then I could have just flown the hold manually while someone programmed it in the
Today,
box.
Charlie, descent of altitude 4,000 feet, speed 180 knots.
Descent 4,000, 180, Speedbird 811 Charlie.
Well Express T212, speed 220 knots.
220 knots, World Express 2212.
Speedbird 1393, turn left heading 060 degrees.
Left heading 060, speedbird 1293.
Well Express T212, descent level 70.
To flight level 70, World Express 2212.
Heathrow directive is 8 hours, 3,000.
So heading 270, altitude
Speedbird
7,000.
811 Charlie, turn right, heading 180 degrees.
I think 180 degrees, Speedbird 811 Charlie.
Speed 751 lead speed. Actually, you can, there's no ATC speed, and you can contact Tower
Anti-ice is on.
18505.
No SC speed on the tower on
118.505.
18505 for 751 CM.
Speed 811 Charlie, turn right, heading 240 degrees, and establish localizer 27 right, descend glide path.
Just checking, I've got 27 right programmed in now, which yes we do.
Speedbird 811 Charlie.
Speed 431, descent to level 80.
Flight level 80, 431.
Heathrow directive is 8 Echo Alpha 4,600.
Swiss 8 Echo Alpha, Roger, climb flight level 180.
180, take off.
Hey El Bapino, good to see you. You joined us, we just left the hold coming into London Heathrow.
Well, Express T212, descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Descend altitude 5,000 QNH 1014, World Express 2212. And 5,000 blue.
Speedbird 1393, descent level 70, turn right, heading 110 degrees.
Down 7,000, right, 110 degrees, Meaford 123.
Speedbird 393 confirms flight level 70 on standard pressure.
We're 7,000 standard
El Bapino,
pressure,
the Phoenix team
Meaford
are
123.
well aware of the issue
They get flight level 70.
with the
Flight level 70,
some
sorry.
people having reduced performance in the new
Shuttle to
Phoenix
November, Monatina, come away.
for some reason.
Monatina, bye-bye, shuttle to November.
Speed 27XA, no speed, contact tower on 118.505.
No speed and contact tower 118.505.
2 minutes. Well, Express T212, turn left, heading 100 degrees.
Left heading 100, World Express 2212.
Spirit 1393, fly heading 095.
095 for Speedbird
Oh,
123.
and it's raining. I wanted better weather than Leipzig.
So directive local capture to 7 right, Speedbird 811 Charlie.
Stay on Charlie Roger, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
16 down to 4 DME, Speedbird 811 Charlie.
We're probably going to have the sun in our eyes as we're coming into land with rain
Spirit
as well.
1393, descent altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1014.
72,600, QNH 1014, Speedbird 1293.
Spirit 431, fly heading 270 degrees, speed 220 knots.
Heading 270 and speed 220, speed 431.
Spot the
Heathrow
sights
Director,
of
Speedbird
London
23
as we
Alpha,
come
flight
in.
level 120 descending, flight level
I do like
70
flying
for
into
that one.
Heathrow.
Speed 23
It's
Alpha,
always
Heathrow
busy.
Director, squawk 3235.
3235, Speedbird 23 Alpha.
Speed 811 Charlie, contact Heathrow Tower 118.505.
I'm going to 505 today, Speedbird 811 Charlie.
Well, Express T212, descent altitude 4,000 feet, speed 180 knots.
Descend altitude 4,000, speed 180, World Express 2212.
Speed 431, descent level 70.
Level 70, speed 431.
So start
Speed
configuring then.
1393, descent altitude 5,000 feet.
Look at that rainbow.
Speedbird 1393, descent altitude 5,000 feet.
75,000,
Speed 180, 4,000 blue.
Swiss 8 Echo Alpha, Monitor Unicom 122 decimal, goodbye.
Unicom flight, take off.
Well, Express T212, turn right, heading 180 degrees.
Right heading 180, World Express 2212.
Speed 1393, turn right, heading 180 degrees.
Right heading 180, Speedbird 1293.
Speed Speed 23 Alpha, leave Lambourne, heading 270 degrees, speed 220 knots, and descend flight level 80.
Leave Lambourne 270 degrees, speed 220, and...
Sure, I just heard someone having a TCAS event in over the radio then.
Express 2212, turn right heading 235 and descend altitude 3,000 feet. One established localizer, 27 right, descend glide path.
Turn right heading 235, descend altitude 3000 and descend with the glide 27 right, World Express 2212.
Speedbird 431, turn left heading 110 degrees and descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Left 110, altitude 5,000 feet, and QNH 1014, speed 431.
Well, it's just 2212, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
Speed 160 till 4 DME, World Express 2212.
Heathrow Director, good afternoon. Shuttle Director, passing 2,000 feet.
Standby brake, speed 1393, turn right heading 220 degrees, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
Right 220 and down 4,000, speed of 1393.
Shot 2 Victor, climb now, flight level 140.
Okay, so we've got lock star, glide slope star.
Victor, climbing out of 4,300.
2.
The 3 Tango Victor, climb now, flight level 170.
170, Theater 3 Tango Victor.
Air India 445 requested IRS.
Speed is 160, 11 miles out. Ryan, mate, celebrating 25 months. Thank you so much, Ryan, for your support. Issue with the Phoenix Breeze yesterday. Yeah, turn displacing off at the moment. Quite a few people are having issues with that. Phoenix are aware of it.
I'm like passing 1,800.
Right, Mr. Approach altitude is 3,000 feet, so that's set.
Should be going to Galgi, diverting.
Someone's at the wrong airport.
India 445. Okay, speed 1393, turn right heading 300 degrees, we'll establish 27 right, descend on the glide path, speed 180 knots.
Okay, so QNH 1014, seatbelts doesn't matter, minimums are set, 278, auto brake low, EFB is stowed.
And well, Swiss 212, I don't think the aircraft head is following the speed restrictions, so just reduce the final approach speed now, please.
Reducing now final approach speed, Will Express 2212. Not actually sure what that is.
Speed 431, turn right heading 180 degrees, speed 180 knots.
Right 180, speed
Gear
180,
down, spoilers armed.
Speed 23 Alpha, descends flight level 70.
Descending flight level 70, speed 23 Alpha.
So it's just 2212, contact T for tower, 118.505, bye.
Alfonso 0402, please ready check.
Well, Express 2212, contact T for tower, 118.505, bye.
118.505, thanks for the help, World Express 2212.
Speed 1393, descend to altitude 3.
Big taxi right Alpha, stand 515.
Right Alpha, stand 515, because it's on our ticket.
Heathrow Tower, World Express 2212, 27 right at 9 miles. Correction, 6 miles.
12 Heathrow Tower, continue approach runway 27 right.
Continue approach, 27 right, World Express 2212. Okay, landing checklist, cabin is secured, I think. Go around altitude 3,000 feet is set. Get those off.
And Lufthansa 5 Alpha Whiskey, we're now ready for push and start.
Lufthansa 5 Alpha Whiskey, roger, standby.
Right, let's bring her in.
Seabird 3, Hotel Mike, ready for push.
23 Hotel Mike, stand 520, push and start approved, face east.
Face east, Seabird 3, Hotel Mike.
We'll check out the replay later though. Do you know what, this aircraft has performed very well. The pilot hasn't, but the aircraft, I really like it since the update. Let's just brief that go around in case we need to. We've been told to continue, so it's straight ahead, 1600 feet, right turn 316. And climb 3000.
470, hold November Bravo 2 Echo.
November Bravo 2 Echo, speedbird 470.
641, hold November Bravo 2 Echo.
November 2 Echo, speedbird 41. Aircrew 7 request taxi.
Aircrew 7 Golf Alpha, taxi left.
What about
Bravo,
R5 got control?
Bravo, hold lock, sweeper, Aircrew 7 Golf Alpha.
Lufthansa 5 Alpha Whiskey, after the taxi, correction, A320 from left to right. Stand 238, push and start approved, face south.
Okay, after the passing A320 from left to right, we'll continue our push facing south.
Vol Express 2212, runway 27 right, surface wind 35 degrees 6 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land, 27 right, World Express 2212.
A3 Tower, speedbird
Continue.
47 Bravo, stand 502 with Mike, A320 requesting off our clearance to Bath, please.
Get back on that centre line.
Attention calling you for tower.
502, correction, speedbird 47 Bravo, stand 502, A320 with Mike requesting off our clearance to Barcelona.
This 47 Bravo, Heathrow Tower, clear to Barcelona, max at 1 Golf departure, squawk 7225.
Clear to Barcelona, max at 1 Golf departure from a 27 left, and just repeat the squawk.
That's 47 Bravo, squawk 7225.
7225, speedbird 47 Bravo.
Manual brakes.
470,
Reverse off.
3 more finals, 27 right.
6 knots, clear for takeoff.
27 left, clear for takeoff, speedbird 470.
You're going to 906, request push
Next 906, stand 246 right, push and start approved, face south.
push start approved, facing south, you're going to 906.
Nice, just clear this.
Tower day, Sphere 431.
Then they can tell us where to go.
27 right.
So there's 1393, Heathrow Tower.
Speedbird 1393.
1293, Heathrow Tower, runway 27 right, surface wind 35 degrees 6 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land, 27 right, that's Speedbird 3129.
This 121 Heathrow Tower, continue approach runway 27 right.
Continue approach 27 right, Sphere 431.
Vol Express 2212, taxi right Alpha, left Echo, hold Echo 1.
Right Alpha, left Echo, hold Echo 1 for World Express 2212.
Start eastbound 78 and 244 going to 78 on good.
EGT 778 Heathrow Tower, clear to Cairo, that link 2 Golf departure, squawk 73.
Flight to Cairo sounds nice, doesn't it?
The tower, getting 2 Golf, 947, 322,
EGT 778 correct, brake big. Air Crete 7 Golf Alpha, taxi right, hold November Bravo 3.
right, hold November Bravo, Air Crete 7.
Heathrow Tower, good afternoon. Speedbird 23 Alpha, ILS 27 right.
Speedbird 23 Alpha, Heathrow Tower, continue approach runway 27 right.
Continue approach, Speedbird 23 Alpha.
Air Crete 7 Golf Alpha via November Bravo 3, line up runway 27 left.
November Bravo 3, line up 27 left, Air Crete 7 Golf Alpha.
World Express 2212, give way to the vacating British Airways A320 from right to left.
Give way to British Airways 320, vacating right to left. World Express 2212.
Speedbird 1393, taxi right Alpha, link 56, stat 503.
Left Alpha and Lima.
So we've got Echo just over here on the left.
Spirit 14, correction, Spirit 1293, right Alpha, link 56, stat 503.
So Echo's down there, look. And then we're going to hold Echo 1, which is right at the other end of that taxiway.
Spirit 14, correction, Spirit 41, runway 27 right, surface wind 35 degrees 6 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land 27 right, thanks, Sphere 431.
Spirit 470, monitor Unicom 1.
Start that APU then.
Unicom, Sphere 470, okay.
Spirit 41, line up runway 27 left, caution 1 intersection departure ahead.
Hawaii 127 left to 41.
Request back shortly.
Lufthansa 5 Alpha Whiskey, hold Kilo 1.
Holding Kilo 1.
GBS 778, press push.
GTS 778, standby.
We'll get over there and then we will check out the replay have a look at this airport as well. So this is IniBuilds Heathrow Airport,
Hotel Mike Taxi right Alpha, hold
which is very nice.
Right Alpha, hold London, let's be here.
Don't get to enjoy it as often as some other airports. Flying for the Orange Airline, of course.
Information November, 1757300, progressing the I-5 to Edinburgh.
Standby break legs 023 Alpha, runway 27 right, 7 degrees 6 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land 27 right, Speedbird 23 Alpha.
Equate 7 Golf Alpha, runway 27 left.
Can't believe how busy this is.
6 knots, clear for takeoff.
Good job we've got air traffic control. Can you imagine all this traffic without ATC on VATSIM?
431 taxi right Alpha, stand 508.
Right Alpha, stand 508, 2431.
Put the brake fans on. Apparently they're a little bit hot.
Definite shuttle 15 kilo, 505. Mike on board, pushing clearance, please.
Shuttle 15 kilo, Heathrow Tower, cleared to Jersey, Galaxy 2 Golf departure, squawk 3267.
Galaxy 2 Golf 3267, shuttle 15 kilo.
Shuttle 15 kilo, correct.
So Echo 1 is just after link 35, so it's just here.
128, goodbye, 37, go on.
641, runway 27 left, 7 Century 3037 off, good takeoff.
Let's take off runway 27 left, 041, Vicky.
Tower 47 Bravo, standby 02, request push stop.
47 Bravo, stand 532, push and start, approved face east.
Face east, speedbird 47 Bravo.
Hello, this is 9 Hotel Golf.
Hey, DC.
66, expression November, Greenwich 1014, 952 Hamburg, that's one, please.
Keep a dialogue, LM57 Alpha, ILS 27 right.
Park 7 Golf departure, squawk 7015.
Organ, we want to place this aircraft in terms of fidelity. Ooh.
Hotel Golf, Heathrow Tower, cleared to Hamburg, Park 7 Golf departure.
I couldn't compare it with PMDG
7015.
because I don't fly them. Other people in the chat might be able to. I wouldn't say it's as high fidelity as the Phoenix aircraft. I think that is the top of the tree, really.
KLM 57 Alpha, ILS 27 right.
KLM 57 Alpha, Heathrow Tower, continue correction. Runway 27 right, surface.
But it's definitely above the likes of Latin VFR.
KLM 27 right, KLM 57 Alpha.
Definitely Captain Sim.
Speedbird 23 Alpha, if possible, we'd like to hold at Alpha 10 Echo. We just have an issue with our frame generation boost. We're just going to have to turn it off. We cannot move at the moment.
Nothing you hear in the real life, that.
DG 778 standby. DG 778 stand 244, push and start through face south.
Good on, please, good.
Organivator, what about fly by wire? It's a good question, to be honest. It depends what we would have in terms of...
Well Express 2212 will be closing shortly, cross the runway at your discretion, monitor Unicom 122.8.
Over to Unicom, thanks for the service, Well Express 212.
Search your hotel might monitor Unicom 122.8.
Unicom 122.8, US please.
Lufthansa 5 Alpha Whiskey, monitor Unicom 122.8.
Every aircraft for themselves. So that mass caution keeps coming out because as I'm increasing my thrust levers, it's just, yeah, it's going a bit nuts. It's telling me, it thinks I'm trying to take off. Obviously I'm not. Heathrow traffic, World Express 2212, crossing runway 27 left at Echo.
Hello, World Express.
To Sierra 6. Why did he send us down there? And Heathrow Heathrow traffic will express on 27 left and will be vacating onto Sierra 6. Nothing like going the wrong way down an active runway.
Heathrow traffic, see that's 4-1, climbing 6,000, 12,000. Easy
Oh,
fire,
God.
mate, that was a great landing. Glad I was able to watch it.
Don't stop there. Come on, move. Right, let's head over to the cargo ops area. And Heathrow traffic will express 2212 is now vacated 27 left. Thank you.
Lufthansa 5 Alpha Whiskey, Heathrow traffic, holding short runway 27 left and then Bravo 2 Whiskey.
It does appear that Heathrow Ground has just come online. No one knows about that though yet. Right, what stands this? 202? Come on then, GSX. Let's see if we're going to work. Royal Suite? Is it 202 or 602? It might be 602. 602. I love the fact that the Royal Suite is an option on there. That's quite neat for a GSX profile.
And either traffic, speedbird 319 Alpha, standing for final 27, right 7 miles.
For traffic, Lufthansa
Why is the
5
sign
Alpha
showing
Whiskey lining
test?
up on runway 27 left after the British Airways 777 is taking off.
There we are. Let's see if we can stop it somewhere sensible. That'll do. Right, parking brake is on. Oh, lovely. Wow. Oops. There we are. Loads of traffic once again at Heathrow, so we've got a bit of a slideshow going on, but that's quite a nice livery. Although they normally find that livery, don't you, flying? Is it in sort of the Far East, that livery? But anyway, never mind. Should we check out the replay? In order to do that, of course, we have to come off of VATSIM. Let's disconnect. The frame rates will probably improve notoriously now. So let me stop that, and then we'll have a look at the landing from the passenger perspective. There we go. Yeah, I thought that aircraft performed rather well, to be honest with you. It was pretty decent. I say the pilot had a bit of an issue, but please forgive him. What was the touchdown anyway? Did it actually work this time, or was it bugged out again? As does sadly happen. Organ, how does this aircraft rank in fidelity with the fly-by-wire? It's difficult to say because I don't know if this aircraft actually does failures as such. In terms of everyday sort of normal operations, then I'd say that they are pretty much the same. You know, things like the secondary flight plan as well on this aircraft, that works. Obviously it doesn't on the fly-by-wire aircraft. So there are sort of pros and cons with that, which is quite neat. But yeah, London Heathrow. You can see I've just turned off the cars here just for performance boost. Now we've got rid of all that traffic. You can see it's actually working rather nicely. But you can turn on a lot more features on this airport if you're, you know, obviously if you're not streaming like I am. Oh, right on the touchdown marker though. We'll take that. That worked quite nice. Yeah, happy with that. Should we have a look from outside? Everyone likes an outside view. I like an outside view. Oh, and the sun's coming out really nicely as well. Look at that. That's beautiful. Might even make that the thumbnail with, yeah, we've got just see Wembley in the background. 364, I don't think that's a bad landing rate, this aircraft. That is awesome. What a view. It's a nice dirty livery as well, look, it's not a clean aircraft. A reminder guys as well, of course, you can get this aircraft and of course London Heathrow, which we'll have a look at in a moment. You can get London Heathrow from our channel partner, IniBuilds. Link in the video description, or if you're watching on YouTube, it's pinned at the top of the chat. Not just these aircraft, of course, lots of other scenery you can get from there, and if you purchase through those links, you also support the channel as well, which is a great way to pick up some awesome scenery from Microsoft Flight Simulator, and of course support us at the same time. It was a positive contact touchdown, wasn't it? I think we'll call it that. Do you know what though? I have absolutely done worse. I've definitely done worse. Should we have a look at the airport then, for those of you that just wanted a bit of a look around? So let me just disconnect that from the aircraft. A very cargo landing. But yeah, as you can see, now bear in mind, as I said, I've actually turned a few things off, some details off, just to keep the performance up, because I knew we were coming to Heathrow, I knew it was probably going to be a little bit busy. But in terms of sort of, you can have details, detailed terminals turned on. I turned those off in an attempt to try and get better frame rates, but yeah, Terminal 5 is quite detailed if you have that turned on. I mean, to be fair, it's not that badly detailed there. Look, that looks pretty decent. I've got passengers turned off as well. There is an option to have passengers on. But yeah, this is for anyone who's familiar with London Heathrow. Looks quite good from what I remember of it. My fleeting visit a few months back. Can you actually get the this? They won't have modelled. I'm pretty certain they won't have modelled the train. There is a train that goes underground. Pretty certain they won't have done that. Flying Marshmallow, well, where can you turn off the passengers? You can turn off the passengers in the IniBuilds manager, because yeah, that obviously creates a lot of drain on your resources. Yeah, Terminal 5 looking good. That's with detailed interiors turned off, remember, and no passengers. So it just depends what you're after, really. And of course, whether you're streaming and flying on VATSIM with an insane amount of traffic like we've got currently at the moment. I like that. Oh, that just popped in there, didn't it? Suddenly the architects have just arrived. That looks nice. I like transparent airports where you can see into the terminal when pulling up. But it's a massive airport, isn't it? It's a huge undertaking. That's my aircraft. Still taxiing. But yeah, looks grand. Then of course we've got our control tower, which I really hope that the real airport isn't quite as busy with computer monitors as that, because that looks like an absolute logistical nightmare. Oh, I didn't realise they got Concorde. Oh, let's go and see Concorde. So obviously that is there in real life. You can see it when landing 27 left. awesome. There's also an option in the IniBuilds Manager to turn on a lot more ground clutter. Again, I turned that off just before starting this stream, just because, well, again, let's save the frame rates, shall we? But yeah, nicely done. You can see inside all of the terminals. 5 terminals now that London Heathrow's got. But yeah, you know, as airports go, this is really well. They also obviously do a London Gatwick Airport as well in IniBuilds, and I find that to be far better on frame rates than the freeware one that is available. So that's nice. So yeah, I recently, a few months back, landed from Manchester on a BA shuttle. Landed at this stand, and then we went in there, walked up, got stuck because my connection was late, had to then race round and then go in the underground train that it has somewhere down there. The underground train stops here, Heathrow Terminal 5, and also this one is Heathrow Terminal 5, and then we jumped on a British Airways, I think it was a 777, parked over here, and that took us to JFK. I should have been going to Philadelphia, but things went wrong. So, but there you are. So hopefully that's a nice little tour. As I say, you can actually make this look a lot more detailed if you've got the computing power to put it on. And Aleg 1117 says he never understood the reason behind the detailed interiors. I know, I like being able to pull up to an airport terminal sort of like this, seeing an interior inside, and maybe if just a few static people sat down. You know, I think it does add to it. Of course, if in real life it's a wall, then yeah, we don't need detailed interiors, because you know, you're never going to see it, are you? So it makes absolutely no difference. Good stuff. Right, I've just pressed a button on my keyboard. I don't know what I've pressed, but I just locked out the drone camera. So, guys, thank you so much for flying with us today. I really hope you have enjoyed the flight that we've had, and I'm going to leave you with our final replay coming into London Heathrow. Shout out, as always, to our EasyJet Sim Pilot channel members for your continued ongoing support. Really does mean a lot to us, and of course, our next live stream will be posted on the Discord server as soon as I know, of course, when that will be. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, check out the link in the video description and at the top of the stream. Have a look at the IniBuilds store and see what goodies they've currently got. At the moment, they do have an offer on on the recently released Barcelona scenery as well. I think you can pick that up for £12, so that's worth a good look and a browse. Thanks so much, everyone. I'll look forward to seeing you on our next stream. Until then, whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, hope you have a fantastic Monday. Thanks so much, everyone. See you all again very soon. Bye-bye.